welcome to episode 18 of the Entirely Crafty podcast. I am completely sorry that I have been gone pretty much from the podcasting world for a couple of months, I believe. I've been a little busy. And also with my computer being really dumb. This episode, and probably if I record anytime now between now and when I get my new computer, if that happens soon, I will not have show notes on the bottom of the screen like I normally do right here. There'll be show notes in my Ravelry group, which is Entirely Crafty Podcast on Ravelry. And yeah, so we're just gonna have to deal with how it comes just because I don't know what to do with my computer. So I've got quite a bit to show you today because I've been gone so long, which is kind of nice because, I kind of felt like some of my episodes were just kind of, I don't know, maybe they were lacking a little bit, I guess, just because I find with a week's worth of stuff, I might not have a whole lot to talk to you guys about, so I'm almost thinking that from today forward that I might record every other week. We'll see how it goes, just because I'm so busy sewing and stuff, getting ready for Olds Fiber Week, which I'll talk about a little bit later, and so I'm not doing a lot of knitting. And even when I'm online with my friends in the VKN, which I'll talk about a little bit later as well, I'm not necessarily knitting because I can cut fabric and, do all of the little bits, and then if I want to sew, I can always just mute myself. So yeah. I haven't really done a whole lot of knitting. I've kept up though with my socks for club, and I think I'm missing a pair, but I think you saw it in my last podcast, so that's okay. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm drinking today. I went to David's Tea yesterday and picked up some Japanese green sencha tea, and I put it in cold water in my fridge for 10 hours or more probably, and made myself some iced tea. So I'm drinking that today. I also picked up toasted walnut because, as you might have heard, if you follow me, I think I posted it on Instagram, I went and had allergy tests done because I figured, since I've been gluten-free now for 2 years, and I figured I would have all of my allergies retested to see if maybe when I had my allergies tested the first time that me eating gluten was affecting my allergies. And sure enough, it was. So I am not allergic to almonds, which yay for me because I used to eat them all the time. And I'm not allergic to pork, which means I can have bacon. Not that I don't, I really love turkey bacon, and it's a good substitute for, if you're not eating bacon. But sometimes, when you're having scallops and you want to wrap them in bacon, it just doesn't taste the same. So it's really nice that I can eat bacon now. So I'm not really going overboard. I have bacon sometimes with my lunch. We have bacon on our line at work, and for the firecracker, and sometimes I'll add it to my jungle curry as well. So it's been kind of nice. I picked up these tea filters from David so that I could make my green tea, and I'll show you them because they're quite cute. They look like little cups. Let me pull one out here. So they're just like little David's teacups, so that's so cute. And so I used that to make my green tea. I'm going to try some of the other flavors too, because of course I can do herbal tea as an iced tea. I can do pretty much any of the teas, I guess. So I'll experiment with that this year and have some cold teas instead of hot tea all the time. I also picked up Chocolate Rocket, which is another one that contains almonds. And it also has yerba mate, cocoa nibs, almonds, roasted chicory root, raspberries, natural and artificial flavoring. And I smelled this one day and I was like, oh man, I wish I could have that. And so now I can, so I bought myself a tin of that. I also bought myself 2 chocolate bars, but as you see, I only have one now because I ate the other one. The other one that I bought was the salted caramel, and this one is the matcha matsu. And if I was to open it, the chocolate bar is actually green, which is kind of cool. So I had to pick me up some of that. Every time they have those bars in stock, because they sell out so quickly, I tend to buy 1 or 2 of them. And the bars come, I believe it's 6 sections that you can break it into. And each section is quite large. And like I bought this stuff, when I bought this stuff I had one little section, and then I went off and did a bunch of sewing, and then I had another section, and so it's quite nice of a treat. So it's really nice. Now into like knitting related stuff. I wanted to show all of the yarns that I've received in the last few months, but some of them are already in progress, so I don't have a lot to show you, but I've got, I think, 5 or 6, actually 6 skeins, nope, 7 skeins here to show you. I ordered some stuff from my friend. This will not be edited, by the way, so you get me in all of my glory today. From my friend Alicia at Yarn Inc. You probably saw these if you follow me on Instagram. Love, love, love them. This one here is Pride Rock, and this was her color of the month one, and it is so beautiful. Look at the green in there and the black, and oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm probably going to make socks on all of these, but that one for sure. And then this one is Pebble Beach, and I believe this is one of her colorways that she does all the time, so it is very beautiful. It's like grays and browns, and then lots of nice white sections as well. So, and then as I was ordering, or probably like the next day after I ordered, she posted this blackened rainbow on Instagram, and so I messaged her and said, so yeah, can you add that to my order? Yeah, so I got 3 skeins from her. I just love that black and rainbow, and I really can't wait to knit it up. It probably won't be knit up till the summer, but we'll see. Maybe I'll cast it on for when I go to Olds. And then I received my Bad Day from the Lemonade Shop. So cool. I love, love, love the rainbow. And here, I'll open it up for you guys so you can see the... Oh, her tag is in the way. You can see the rainbow. So pretty. And, like, the black is not quite black. It's like a very dark charcoal gray, which I'm quite happy with because I'm not sure that I would enjoy knitting with black so much. Like, I'm knitting with a black self-striping right now, but it's not all black, right? So I'll show you those socks in a few minutes. And so it's really nice to see that this is kind of a dark charcoal, so it would be easier for me to knit with. So I'm quite excited about that. I'll probably do another pair of on the dotted line socks, which are these ones. This is my pattern, and it's available on Ravelry. And so I'll probably do another pair of those just because I really, really like the look of them. And one of my Instagram followers made a pair with the Bad Day rainbow, and holy. So I'm pretty sure that that's what's going to happen with that one. I've also been eyeing from Biscotti Yarns, which is biscottiyarns.com. That's her English site. If you're looking for her French site is on her tag as well. So it's there's, I guess there's both. I guess I could show you both. And yeah, there we go. So she has a French site and an English site. So if you're looking for the English site, that's her English site. And the yarn I got is the Felix. I think maybe that might be her base, because I'm pretty sure that this is like Finding Nemo. So it's self-striping, so it does the big orange stripe and then a black stripe and a white stripe, just like a clownfish. And when I saw these, I believe this is the yarn that was first used when the pairs of Stitch Surfers were made, and I've been wanting this for quite a while. I probably had 6 skeins in my cart before I decided that I was just going to get this one. But oh man, I'm so excited to have clownfish socks. I'm super excited. I also ordered from my friend Susie, who is the owner of Knit Natural, and I'll show you her tag. This is her ball band for her yarns. I've taken it off just because I was going to, yeah, you can see that, just because I was going to wind these skeins and start a foolproof cowl, but I just haven't had time. So this is her ball band, and these are hand spun skeins, and oh my gosh, they are just so soft and squishy. So this one this blue one, I believe is called Southern Oracle, and it is a really pretty light teal color, and so pretty. There we go. Such beautiful spinning. And then this one is called Cankerworm, and it's got that blue in there, so I thought that these 2 skeins would be really pretty for a foolproof cowl. So this will be my second foolproof cowl once I cast it on. And I'm also going to add in just a tiny little bit of another skein, just because I don't think I have quite enough of this one. So there'll be little spurts of my own hand spun in that one as well. So I'm quite excited about that. That's all the yarn I have for you guys today that I purchased. And all of that stuff, well, I'm hoping to cast on like another set of socks in, well, I'll probably have 2 pairs of socks on the go in June. So I'll have my June socks, and then I'll also put on another pair, just because by the time June hits, I need to be ready for the old sale. So if I'm not, well, what do I do, right? So my list is super long on what I need to make, and I'm slowly working myself down from that. I've had kind of a week off of sewing because I've been at the restaurant all week. Chris has been away, so I've been dealing with that. But it's been all right because now I'm raring to go, and I've got 6 bags today that are in various progress right now that I cut and started last night. I wanted to show you guys my whips in progress, and my sock yarn blanket has grown since the last time I saw you guys, which is kind of nice. I haven't worked on it like a ton, just because I feel like this is selfish knitting for me, and I'd rather, like, even though my socks are kind of selfish because they are for me too, but if I'm knitting a square, I feel like I should be sewing instead. So I haven't done a whole lot of them, but sometimes if my husband wants to watch a TV show at the end of the night, I might throw one in the blanket. So I'm working on row 4. I'm working on row 4 of my blanket, and I have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 new squares. So there's this green one here, which is really pretty. I believe this is a Koigu one. A lot of my new stuff will be Koigu stuff. And then I did this one here. And then this one was from 716 Knits, from my sock yarn hat. And then that's from my, I believe they were my February socks. Or my March socks could be. Nope, my February socks, yeah. And then this one here is another Koigu. And then this one obviously was from my dotted line socks. And then this one here is from Koigu again. So a little bit of progress. I will take those little things out, and the next time that I have progress I'll show you guys. So it's coming along very slowly. Because right now, generally, like when I'm watching TV at the end of the night with my husband, I'll work on my socks instead of the sock yarn blanket, but occasionally I'll throw in a square here and there, so just to keep it moving. I don't necessarily, like, we were talking on the VKN about working on sock yarn blankets and stuff, and you know, like, even if you do a square a week, you're getting closer, right? You're still getting closer to your blanket being finished, and it's growing all the time. And so I thought, yeah, I could probably do a square a week. So maybe I'll have 2 new squares by the time I talk to you guys next time. They are addicting though, so once you do one, sometimes you want to cast on another one right away. So I have an old whip, or an old finished project that I wanted to show you guys. But yeah, so I'll show you guys this now because I'm kind of just working my way through all of my projects here. So this is kind of like whips in progress and finished objects. So a long time ago, well, a few years ago, I spun some Be Myself fiber, and I don't remember what the fiber was called, but it is a very pretty fiber, and I spun it fairly thin so that I could do a Navajo ply, so that I could keep all the colors together. And then I knit this iPad cozy bag thing. And I also knit myself a phone cozy, exactly the same, just smaller. And I wanted to pull it out because I've been using it lately to carry around my iPad to different things, like if I have to go to work or something. So I've been using this. So, but I wanted to show it off because this is my hand spun, and then I knit it, and it's really, really cute. So, and then with the handles and stuff, it's really fun to be able to just carry my iPad. And I would show you it with my iPad in it, but I'm recording on my iPad, so that really wouldn't work. So that's a finished object from a long time ago. And yeah, so I have, since I've seen you last, I've knit my February socks, which this is out of Moon Rover yarn, and I believe this is her Shipwreck colorway. It's beautiful, beautiful. So I have both of them
done. And they're just a vanilla sock, just plain knitting. I figured with all of the color and like how it looks knit up, it didn't need anything else, and they're super super nice. The yarn is a little bit thicker than a lot of my other socks, but it still worked out really really well, so I'm excited to wear those. I'll probably not wear these until the fall this year though, now that it's getting warmer, but they're very nice socks. And then these are my March socks, and I haven't sewn in the ends yet, but I wanted to show them off. So I just made shorter pair this time, just because I was in such a time constraint that I basically finished like on the second last day of March. so these are the slip stitch. I think they're called slip stitch socks, slip stitch lines socks. Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes on Ravelry what kind of socks they are. But her version is knit top down, and I just converted it to, once I figured out what was going on with the pattern, then I just converted it to toe up, because toe up is the way that I knit all of my socks. So those are all the socks that I've finished. I've also done some bunnies. This one is Hermione from No Maker's colorway, and this was my second bunny. The first bunny, if you follow me on Instagram, is another No Maker's colorway. It's their Bunny Foo Foo colorway, and that one's already gone to its new home, but this one hasn't. So I haven't quite decided if how many more I'm going to do, but I don't want to send them out kind of one at a time. When I do more, I will send them all out at once, and so that'll make it easier. But it's really super cute. Such a great pattern, that one. Susan is really kind of, with that pattern, has evolved with her patterns. Like, she does it so that you're adding all of the limbs as you knit the body instead of having to sew them on after, which is totally awesome, because you knit all the limbs first and then you start the body, and then she tells you exactly where to put all the limbs and the ears and everything. And it's so nice at the end when you're like tightening up the top, that you're done basically, other than sewing in ends and adding the eye, or adding, features like the nose, etc. So it's really nice. She also has another new feature on that pattern, which is just a little pearl bump where you place the eyes, which is super awesome, because when I was doing the voodoo dolls last year for Christmas, even though it's quite easy to figure out where to put the eyes, it's nice not to have to think about it, So I was super excited to see that pattern had kind of, like helped her. I guess it helps all of us, but it's an evolution, like when you design as a pattern designer, as you grow, there's new things that, people might like a little bit more than, what you used to do. So it's very nice to see that her patterns are evolving and growing, and it's, it's just so nice, because all of her patterns are awesome. And I'm hoping to work my way through quite a few of them. This is my third one, I think, that I've done, or second or third. But just her patterns are just so cute. So, and my nieces and nephews love them. So it's fun to knit, because I know that they'll go to a good home. So, my works in progress right now. This is my April sock. So this is my progress yesterday. My progress before that, I think my knit minder was down here, and then I knit all the way up to my heel line, and now I'm just knitting past my heel line. So I'd like my sock to be probably this much longer, so from here to where this ends, where this stripe is. And so I've got a little bit more knitting to do. This is still sock number 1, but it is only April 15th, so I'm hoping to get some TV knitting done over the next few nights, because my husband, Daredevil has just come out on Netflix, and so my husband wants to watch those. And so while I'm watching Daredevil, I'll be working on my socks. I have a couple other whips in progress, which get worked on occasionally. My second hitchhiker, this is out of my hand spun, and then I'm going to have that dark chocolate color on the top after I run out of my hand spun, then I'm going to add this dark chocolate. So I have, let me just count my teeth here. $25 teeth. So this is the progress that I've made since, I believe, last week. So I've knit a couple of inches since last week. And so this one, I'm probably shooting for longer than 42 or 43 teeth or whatever the pattern is. And just because I am adding that extra bit, because I think I want it to be probably about 8 inches extra on top of my hand spun. So I'm super excited to get this done, but it is going slow. Like, I'm not working hardcore on this one at the moment. But my hand spun ball, it's getting a little bit smaller, so you know, I should be able to put on the other yarn fairly soon. So there's that one. And my other whip in progress, I was going to work very hardcore on this one to get it done, but it's a fun little project just to kind of pick up whenever you have a second, and it's an easy project to carry around. So I'm making, here's one that's in progress. So I'm making little granny squares, which I'm sure I've probably showed you because these were my Koigu granny squares. And then I'm doing a log cabin border around them. So they all look, oh, I'm going to lose them here. So they all look like this. So that's so super cute. And then what I'm going to do is I have a very light green that I'm going to use to join them all with just like a little light green line. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares totally ready. And then I have like a huge stack, and this isn't even all of them because I don't carry all of them with me. So I have a huge stack of ones that are ready to have the log cabin border added, and I'm using my Himalayan colorway from Ancient Arts. It's really, really pretty, and it's just like a nice flat, or not flat, but just, it's dimensional, because obviously you can see the color changes and stuff, but it's still nice and neutral and stuff. So I'm going to make a baby blanket out of this. It will eventually be a baby blanket. It's kind of a work in progress. This one I don't pick up as often, but I did make some progress since the last time you've seen it. I think that's all. Yeah, I think that's all the whips in progress and everything that I have for you. I wanted to talk a little bit right now, because I wasn't recording, I still wanted to keep our group kind of active. And someone on Instagram had, I think it was Knitted Niceties, had suggested doing some sort of swap. And I've always wanted to do a swap. And so right now the springtime swap is running. It's about half over today, I believe. And so Um, I hope to do more swaps, and so I hope that anybody who wants to join in can join in as I make new swaps. Obviously, this one is already going, so it's already kind of closed to new swappers, but hopefully in the future we'll have some more. I would like to do the springtime swap every year if I can, and then maybe I'll do a fall swap so that we're not like inundated with all of these things that we have to do. So I'm hoping that my next one will be sometime in the fall, maybe September, October-ish. And then but yeah, so the springtime swap's going pretty good, I think. We did like a question and answer thing to help our swap partners get to know one another, which is kind of fun. And so now people are just kind of working on stuff. I'm just about done my swap packet. I'm going to be finishing the last item that I'm adding to the swap packet today. So I hope my swap partner really likes her stuff. So I'm quite excited. And so that's about the swap. So if you're wanting to join in a swap, keep an eye out because I will be doing another one, like I said, probably in the fall. And you can even watch the springtime one to see how it's going and see when everybody gets their packages, because that's probably the most exciting part is watching people get all their packages. So, and then I wanted to talk a bit about VKNs, because we did have kind of an impromptu VKN, but we've decided to do them a little bit more regularly. So, if you're home and you want to come in and chat, chances are there's a link somewhere that's active. Mostly in the evening, just because a lot of people work during the day, and so so sorry, Lisa and Haley from the Knit Two Together podcast, as well as Josh from the Sorta Knitter podcast, as well as sometimes Heather from the Bunnyfish podcast, and myself host open VKNs. So there'll be a link in either one of our Ravelry groups. I will try and keep updating the link as we go. So when I log into the link, then I'll post a link in the VKN thread in my group. And you can come in and chat with us. All you need is Google Talk, which is really super easy to download. You can get it on your iPad, you can get it on your phone, you can get it on your computer. So you can pretty much chat from whatever kind of device that you want, which is cool. And so we had one last week, I believe. They've been happening almost every night, but I haven't been to all of them just because I've been at the restaurant. But now that I'm home, I should be able to be at them all the time. So, well, as much as I can, right? So when they happen, a lot of times they get announced on Instagram. They're also announced in the Ravelry group. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I believe my Instagram thing is at the front of the podcast, and I believe also in the back credits of the podcast. So you can follow me on Instagram to see excuse me, when the VKNs are starting. And you can come in and sit and knit with us. It's really quite fun. A lot of times I think you can only have 9 or 10 people in at a time, but sometimes it's full and sometimes it's just a very quiet group. So come in and introduce yourselves and let us know like how you found it and whatever, like which group excuse me, you used. And yeah, so you can come in and sit and knit and chat and whatever. And if there's ever a time that I'm like at home and I'm just knitting or whatever, I might even start one and then just post it in the group. So I was going to do them like once a week, and just have a set day for mine. But these open weekends, they seem to work a little bit better because not everybody's schedule works for just Monday nights or just Tuesday nights or whatever. So we figured that these open weekends would be really fun. We've had quite a few new people come in and introduce themselves. And, like if we're busy, when you come in and we're chatting about something, don't be afraid to say hi. Sometimes it's so exuberant in there that we sometimes don't see you come in. We've had that happen a couple of times. And so just introduce yourself, say, hey, I'm here. When you first come in, especially when there's a large group in, you're often muted, which you can get rid of by, there's a little icon like right around this section of the screen that you can unmute yourself. So then that way you can talk with all of us. Because some people don't know that you get muted as soon as you come in, just so that you're not, if somebody's talking or something, you're not coming in with a bang or something. So come in and join us. Like I said, I will post VKN updates when I join in, and because some days I won't be able to and some days I will. So every time I'm on, I will post a link in my Ravelry group, and then if you're wanting to go in and I'm not there, then go to one of the other groups, so either Sort of a Knitter Ravelry group or the Knit Two Together podcast Ravelry group. So yeah, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this podcast. This part of the podcast, I have a little bit of shop news to talk about, so if you're not interested in that, you're more than welcome to take off. I wanted to say thank you for everybody who still has stuck with me and in this wait of me not recording. I have 224 YouTube subscribers, so yay, thank you. And I have 124 people in the Ravelry group, so that's pretty cool. If you're wanting show notes, that's where I will put them, is in the Ravelry group. And so you're more than welcome to join. Ravelry is free to join if you haven't already joined it. And you can find my group under Entirely Crafty Podcast in the group section. And you can join in there, and we do lots of stuff in there. And I post links to things and post updates on my shop and all that kind of stuff. So check it out if you haven't already. Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. I do post a lot of stuff on there as far as like bag updates or shop updates, as well as just personal stuff. So when I'm working on my socks and whatever. And I find it fun when someone tags me with that "what are you doing now" thing. It's kind of fun to just like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm working on this, But I have one bag that's going to be headed for the shop probably later today. It's a wedge camper bag. I did one of these as a special order, and I thought while I was doing one, I might as well do two and add this one to the shop. So this one will be going to in the shop later today. It has a little camper zipper pull, which is really cute. And yeah, so this one will be going in the shop later today. I also have 6 bags on the go that are in various stages of sewing at the moment. And you can't really see because, well, I guess I could, no, that's all my knitting stuff. So these right here are the bags that are being worked on at the moment. So I am going to get those done today. Oh, whoops. There we go. So I'm going to get those done today, and hopefully in the shop as well. And what else am I working on? Well, if you follow me on Instagram, that's usually where I post everything. I do have a new Twitter account. It's Sewn by Lindsay on Twitter. And there, I usually put mostly shop stuff in there. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I guess, oh yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Olds Fiber Week. So, in the States, I know that there's lots of fibery type festivals and everything like that, and in Canada, there's quite a few as well. I don't know how many I'm going to get to. Like, I think this one might be it for me this year. But Olds Fiber Week is a great learning experience. They have lots and lots of classes. They do their master spinner, master knitter, master weaver classes. So if you're wanting to take those kinds of classes, you can do that. Merchant Mall, which is where I will be, is from the 19th to the 22nd of June. And so myself and Alicia from Yarn Inc., who's the yarn I showed you, have gone in together with one booth. And so that will be very, very fun. And I'm super excited to hang out with her all weekend. So I had such a great time with her when I did her interview on a past episode, and I'm super excited. I think she's bringing her whole family, which will be really cool. My mom might even stop in because she's going to be camping nearby. So she said she might even come and stop in. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to record just a little bit of what's going on there and show you guys what's going on. This will be my first kind of fiber festival that I've been to. Like, I've done, you know, different small business gatherings and stuff, but not with my bag shop. So with my bag shop, this will be my first time out in public. So I'm quite excited about that. I have Miranda from Cyan Designs on Etsy. I'll have to get the link for that. She is redoing all of my logos and everything. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, I have a photo of the logo that I wanted, that I drew, and she has transformed that into digital, and it's so beautiful. I'm super, super excited. So she's right now designing all of my banners for Etsy, and she's designing all of my like Facebook page stuff and all of that kind of stuff. And I think I might even have to get her to do some Twitter stuff for me too. But she sent me an email about my banner, and you know what? I think I might actually see if I can pull it up, because oh wow, it's amazing. Like, she was able to take my drawing and totally do what I wanted to do. Like, I told her in one of the emails that I think we were like twin sisters in a past life, because almost everything that she does is spot on to what I want. So I'm super, super excited to rebrand my shop. Right now, I'm using one of her old templates that anyone can use. And, you know, while it's worked for me, I kind of wanted something for myself, you know, something that is just me. And so I've been working with her over the past few weeks while she's moving. I don't know how she does it, because honestly, like, I think I would be so overwhelmed with just moving that I wouldn't even want to do anything else. So kudos to her for doing all of this plus packing, because she's kept up with, like, I didn't expect any of this to be done until, like, I don't know, next month. So kudos to her for being on the ball and doing this all for me. So I just want to show you, this is my banner. So this will be printed, oh, you might not be able to see that. There we go. So this will be printed on a huge, like, 6-foot banner that I will be able to use like a stand for it, and it'll sit right beside my it will sit right beside my table. at the Olds Fiber Festival. So if you're coming to Olds Fiber Festival, watch for that. Because I'm super excited. Probably when it comes in, I will be taking like Instagram pictures of it and whatever, because I think I just want to like set it up somewhere that it's not going to be in the way, but like somewhere in my room and just stare at it because it's so pretty. And I'm super excited to have all of that. So watch for rebranding to happen in my shop fairly soon. I think she's just about finished with all of my tweaks and all the stuff that I want. And yeah, like it it's great that she was able to get all of this done so quickly, and I'm super, super excited. So that stuff will be coming. I'll also have, when I do a reprint of my labels for my bags, that will go on there as well. And yeah, so pretty much watch for everything to change over to that logo fairly soon. So I'm super excited, as I've said like 1,000 times. Every time Miranda messages me, I just get more and more excited about all of this, all of the good changes. So I'm looking forward to all of that. I just did a reorder on Chigu needles. I have some 9-inch ones coming. This was just a sample that I got, and I'm super excited to expand my Chigu needles. I have some 24-inch cable needles, or 24-inch circular needles coming now, and a restock on some of my 40-inch that were out. So a lot of the sock, like the popular sock sizes, I ordered more of this time. Also found out that I don't have to have a minimum order amount, which is really cool. So if there is something specific that you want, please let me know, because I can just order it and then it will come to me and then I can ship it out to you. So if there's something specific on their website that you like, that you want, we can for sure do a special order for you and get it out to you and everything. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm really excited that that Chigu has made that possible. So if there's something not on my website that you want, but it's on their website, because you can go to their website, which is chigu.com, and you can look at all their products. And if you find something that you like, that you want, just let me know. Send me a quick little message on Etsy, and I can get that out to you. So that is it. That's all I have for you today. It was super fun to talk to you. I so miss you guys. I am happy that I'm able to sort of get back into a routine now, I think. At least for the next little while. Like I said, I'm probably going to opt to record every other week, just so that I have some stuff to share with you guys and my episodes aren't like 10 minutes long. You know, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I have had a blast today. I'm super excited to get going on my sewing today, so I'm going to say goodbye now. But enjoy your week. I hope you get a lot done. Post in the group what you're doing. I think I have a thread on what everybody's working on. If not, I'll start one. How's that? I want to get some more chatty and stuff in there, and so hopefully everybody can post and let people know what they're doing and what's happening. So have a good week. Bye.